Hello, this is Craig Gamble with Paraglider Service USA, and I'm going to go over the installation of our sewing jig for our two recent orders. You both, I think if I remember right, bought the Bernina B435 model, and so this will be in alignment with such. So first thing you need to do is, there's a little crossbar on your bobbin case, push that and then it'll pop out. And then be careful that you don't drop this thing. This is the bar that you push to pop the bobbin out of its socket inside here, that bar. And then when you're putting it back in, you want that bar horizontal orientation. And but don't push the bar when you push it in, because it won't lock in. You got to push it above or below that bar to hear it click, and then it'll stay in. Okay, so push the bar to pop it out. And then if you drop this, it could ruin it. There's some minute components inside there that can be easily damaged. So make sure you always have a secure hold on it, and that you always keep it over a surface that's, so if you do drop it, it's only a couple inches and not onto the floor. I never take this and bring it over the floor level, because I've dropped them and I've had to replace them. And then there's a little push button here, a little chrome thing. Push that and that drops the arm here. And now you can, let me see if I can get the visual of that better there. This is what I'm talking about. And now you can take the hook out, and you just pinch the center post of the hook, and then you got to tilt it down to get the hook out. And you'll see that the orientation is with this part at the top, and then there's a hole in the bottom there, and that hole's always got to be on the bottom in alignment with a green dot that's back there. For installation purposes, when you oil this, you're going to oil it. You want to get an oiler like this with a fine needle that's about 3 inches long. That way you can get up in the areas, you can see it up in here, to get inside the machine to get the needle post that's going up and down. But you're going to oil, there's two little pads. I don't know if you can see, I can get the lighting right. There's a pad here on this side and a pad over here. Put a drop of oil there, and make sure you don't get any anywhere else. You don't want to get it in abundance. So I always use a Q-tip like this. A Q-tip, if I get too much oil, if I get more, and I'll look up the excess around this spring. You just want to get it on those pads. You'll get a light film in here, but you don't want to drop in there. And then the next thing I do is I put a drop back in the race where this sits. And then to install this, it's a pain in the rear to try to put it in this way. The best thing to do is have that orientation at the top and lay it down back into this thing that flips down. I don't know what you call this. And just flip it up. And so that hole's in the bottom and this opening's at the top. And it'll be close to where you need it. And then I stick 2 fingers in there and I kind of rotate it a little bit one way or the other until the magnet grabs it. Hear it? Click. That the magnet's got it. It's in there. And then you close that. So that's how you install the hook after you oil in it. And the bobbin case, again, don't push the bar when you put it in. Get it in so this is at top. Put it in, push the case till it clicks. And then I leave this open for the time being. Run the needle down all the way up till the thread comes up like so. And then run this like that. Close this. And now let's go install the sewing jig. We're going to go ahead and grab the thread that's here. Put it in the back of the case, right in the opening. The center opening. Pitch that, flip the sewing jig over, and it's And then you got the thread on top, and grab it, and then I slide it in, the gap, like so. I line it up so that your mounting holes are over your holes in your bed of your sewing machine. Then you get your 2 bolts to screw it down. There's a little bit of wiggle room. And then what I'll do is you can see the needle plate, stitch plate here. I kind of align it so that it's parallel to that, and so I could always see that it is parallel. I leave a, because you got some wiggle room here. And I kind of push it that way the most I can go, and see the gap is even at the top of the needle plate at the bottom, and then I'll secure it. There you go. Okay. And there you be. And the next thing I'll do is I'll run the center position needle down, and then I adjust these so they're centered. And so I've gone over this in previous videos. There's an arrow pointing this way, an arrow pointing that way. And if you go the direction of the arrows, it opens them. If you go opposite direction, it closes them. And if you go both up, they move this way. And if you go both of these knobs turn down, then these move the opposite way. So that's the way you get it centered. And so I'll go about centering it now. I'll close them. I got to close like this. And there I got the needle centered now, and the gap centered. And there you go. Run the needle down, up. And then every time you run the needle down and up, you got to do this, because the threads cross. Get them uncrossed. Okay, so that's your installation. Hopefully that helps. Got any questions, feel free to text me, call me, email me, whatever you need. Talk to you later. Bye.